the kind of offense that they run?
They're more of a, a lot of teams today spread offense. They run out of the shotgun, and they do a lot of different things. They try to get the ball to their playmakers as much as they can.
Do you see any advantages in the fact y'all sort of go against the spread every day in practice? Does it help at all with getting ready for them?
Yeah, to a certain extent. You know how to, how to match up against. Some of how the blocking schemes go. How they try to zone this way and zone that way. It helps in that aspect of it.
How much does it help going against that tempo, the fact that you guys are going against that quick tempo all spring and all summer?
It helps you a lot. It helps you with getting the call quicker, as far as looking to the sideline and coach the signal a lot faster. And then, going against in practice every day, it has helped me a lot anyway, just making the calls quick and getting everybody lined up so nobody don't be panicking and saying, well, what's called?
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
Their spread is a lot different from the one y'all run here at Clemson, though. How big a difference is it going against your offense in practice versus, I guess, the scout team offense?
Our scout team offense?
Yeah.
Against our...
versus going against y'all's regular offense?
Well, going against scout team in practice, they don't do what our offense do. The scout team is doing what Troy is. They're trying to simulate what Troy is going to bring on Saturday.
Right. So their offense, would you say, is a lot different from what y'all?
Oh yeah, a lot of it. We do our offense. Coach Morris, he has a lot of stuff he does. Like I said, the stuff that Troy do, they're more of a they're zone reading it, stretch the ball down the field type of offense.
Have you been pretty impressed with what you've seen Coach Morris put in here?
Oh, of course. I think everyone's been impressed with and has been impressed with what Coach Morris has been able to do for us as a team.
How excited are y'all to get out there? Obviously finished with a bad taste in your mouth last season.
I think everyone's excited. Everyone is ready to get back at it. It's been a long grind. A lot of sweating, a lot of running, a lot of talk about what the season's going to be like. So it's going to be exciting. And I think we are ready.
What do you think the season's going to be like?
I really don't. You can say what you feel, how you think everything's going to go, but it never is that way. So I'm not even going.
Knowing what you know, how they're practicing every day, you feel better about this season than you were feeling in August of last year. You feel like this is a better team than what you had in August.
To be honest with you, last year I felt we had, I had the same feeling. We're going to win. No matter who we play, we're going to win. And I still have the same feeling today.
You don't think the offense, playmakers for Taj to work with, just their ability to be maybe more explosive, you're going to be good again on defense. You think that you're in a better position maybe to be more of a complete team this year?
Like I said, I thought we was a complete team last year, but like you said, we do have a few more explosive players this year as opposed to last year, so I think that would help a lot. But other than that, I still feel the same way.
Where do you guys feel like you have to improve defensively? What are you working on improving this last week of practice for the game season starts?
What am I personally?
Just as a defense as a whole, what are you guys working on improving?
Just being able to be there mentally, just know their plays or whatever formation they line up in. You got to know what is going to come at us. That's the biggest thing.
Generally speaking, that pre-snap read, the quarterback wants to look out, know where you are, and think he has a good idea where you're going to be. How much are you able to confuse him now as opposed to when you first got here?
I think I could possibly confuse him more so along the lines of just moving around, because like they say, a lot of people know we blitz a lot, so I could probably mix up some stuff and let him think that I'm blitzing when I'm not, or I could blitz and kind of throw him off a little bit.
When you Kevin's thing is pretty much if you're in the right place at the snap, that's all he really cares about, right? So you can kind of roam around and look like you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're in a guessing game with the quarterback.
Yeah, kind of like playing chess.
You like that?
Yeah, even though I don't know how to play chess, but
Even though what?
even though I don't know how to play chess, but you know,
You know how to play football chess.
yeah.
There are a lot of youngsters at key backup roles. How have they progressed at fall camp? And do you feel like you can depend on them in a game situation yet?
Absolutely. I think the coaches have done a great job of preparing those guys to get ready for the season. You know, once they get in the game, whenever it may be, I think they're going to, you know, perform well. You know, everybody had those freshman jitters at first, but for the most part, I think they're going to do very well.
Can you give us one or two names that might surprise some people this year?
But they would kill it. You know, I want to, you know, you got to wait till Saturday to see. You like, oh, okay. So we'll wait till Saturday to see.
What's been your advice for Stephon Anthony?
Just learn as much as you can learn, man. Just take it one day at a time. Don't get so enamored about, you know, making mistakes and you thinking that your mistake is you making the same mistake that I've made, that anybody else who's been in the defense under Coach Steele has made. So you're not doing anything that nobody hasn't done. So just come each and every day ready to work and, you know, just take it one day at a time.
Is there rate of progression been fast? I mean, practice last week, did you notice a lot less mistakes from an Anthony, from a Stewart, as opposed to week one? Just
well, we only practiced like I guess only one day last week, so we didn't really put that much in, and we didn't have that many that much stuff to go over. So, but yeah, last week they didn't.
do you think they progressed quickly?
Yeah, they've progressed quickly. More so, personally, they could progress more than I did when I first got here. So that's some pretty smart guys.
What's impressed you about Stephon? Because I know he's been working behind you, kind of getting close looking at him.
Well, Stephon to be 18 years old, he's very mature. Even when I hosted him on his official visit, I knew that Stephon was going to be a special player, and I was like, he is so mature. You know, he really is. In a lot of ways, you know, he reminded me of myself, and Coach Hill said that's why, you know, I asked you to host him.
Yeah.
So, so Stephon, like I said, he's a very mature young man. He's come in willing to work, willing to learn from day one. So it's been fun.
When you think back to this time last year, you just remember where you were, I guess, just with your whole understanding of the scheme and everything, and you fast forward to now, how different is it for you, and I guess how much more comfortable do you feel?
Compared to last year and this time, I'm so much more comfortable. You know, I can't even sit here and explain to you how comfortable I am, but I'm comfortable, and it helps a lot. It helps me play more. You know, it helps me do a lot. And it takes a lot of pressure off you, especially when you're on the field and you have to be the signal caller. And so you don't want to be all tight and wound up when you have to make the calls and then go out and do your job also.
How long did it take you to get away from being kind of tight and wound up? I guess at some point last year, did you kind of come out of that?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a game that I can say, I say probably after the North Carolina game last year, because North Carolina, they did so much stuff, and I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
But when I got in the game, I made all the calls correctly. I got everybody lined up. So after I did that, I was pretty proud of myself. I got everybody. I did what I was supposed to do, and I got everybody right against them.
When you're nickel this weekend, who's going to be the linebackers out there?
Me and Quandon should start off with nickel, but Coach, I think he has a rotation maybe, of whoever may play. I don't know, but I know to start off it'd be me and Quandon.
You talked about going against Coach Morris's offense in practice. Has that been where you can go against it and be like, man, these guys are going to give people some trouble this year?
Yeah, particularly with all the stuff they do. And, you have to try to adjust to everything they do because they might line up in a crazy formation. And you like, wait a minute. So that part is going to give a lot of people a lot of trouble because you're going to have to, you're going to have a lot to adjust to.
Was that what you were sort of talking about going against North Carolina? Just a lot of stuff to adjust to?
Yeah, because they hum weak, hum strong. They shift the tight ends over, all kinds of stuff like that. That was, like I said, they did a lot. So it's basically the same type of stuff, but Coach Moore is more spread out. They are more traditional offense in North Carolina.
What's the most impressive thing you've seen Quandon do in pass coverage? I've heard Steele really talking all about him and covering all different sorts of receivers.
Well, everybody knows corner's athletic ability. He can run very well. He can run, with the best of them. So just seeing him watching him on film cover some of the receivers, like Coach Steele stated, that's always been impressive. And just seeing him, just grow as a player in his defense and just grow skill-wise and technique-wise. He's done a lot. We worked hard this summer. So just those things.